Hey, so welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to be doing a Cleveland Browns rebuild after this Myles Garrett fiasco that just happened, along with the AJ Brown fiasco that happened. But those are between two contending teams, so we don't really need to focus on those. In terms of Madden rebuilds, um, we might as well take a look at this awful roster. I mean, as of right now, Deshaun Watson is expected to be the starter, and the defense still looks good without Myles Garrett. Um, so hopefully this defense doesn't take too much of a regression. I will probably have to pair Jared Verse with somebody because right now there's absolutely nobody on the other side of him. Um, yeah, let me make sure that everything is up to date, I guess, and then I'll see you guys probably for the midway point in the season. Just because I like to make the cuts personally, just so I make, you know, those people on the roster that I actually want to be on the roster. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys at the midway point of the season. Okay, so here we are, midway point through the season. We are 0-7, which is just lovely. It's actually exactly where we want to be. I don't even know if we need to go to this. Oh goodness, they're like not even close games. There's a couple close in there, but I have no idea if I mentioned this earlier, but I did change the schemes to kind of reflect Todd Monken, who's the new head coach for the Browns, obviously coming from the Baltimore Ravens. So we are running their offense. I think at this point hopefully realized that this isn't going to work and has changed it. I think we are going to try and have Shador Sanders as our quarterback, so we might just call this season an NL and run the Cincinnati playbook. Um, Hopefully that'll help Shador develop a little bit faster. We are probably gonna look to trade away some of our like more veteran guys. Like I know we have an older defense tackle, yeah, Malik Collins. But for who exactly, I'm not sure. Let's see. I mean, we could always just go around and see what people have to offer for someone like Malik Collins. Who needs a defensive tackle? Maybe like somebody like the Falcons? They could not, they do have Penix starting over there. Who do we ask for in exchange though? We can't ask for obviously anybody too high in overall. Maybe Aziz Ojolari to pair with Jared Verse and maybe he can develop. Um, there's not a whole lot of talent on this team either. I have no idea if I mentioned this either, but we did add the rookie class into this draft, and none of them have any sort of developmental factors, just because that's how it came with the file. And there we go. We get Aziz Ojolari and a six-round pick. Who else do we have on the roster that's kind of older? We had those offers for, is he a Will? No, too far. Yeah, Quincy Williams, who I think we could look to trade away. Who are we getting offered for though? Kendrick Bourne, Najee Harris. Mm, I do kind of want another linebacker. Maybe like Ivan Pace. I know he's okay. He's almost there. So if we trade away like a fifth, no, let's try fifth. Boom, perfect. Okay, we got Ivan Pace, who's just a younger option. Who I don't know if you guys will hate me for doing this, but we're just gonna move him to Sam linebacker. There we go. Just move him over there, and then what we can have our linebacker core like run like this. Okay, we do not have a great long snapper. I can tell you that much. All right. Well, hopefully we get the number one overall pick and we can select a quarterback. I did put in up-to-date roster, so we have people like Dante Moore, Arch Manning, Jeremiah Smith. Those top guys. Obviously, we just traded away Quincy Williams. I mean, has anybody really gotten adjusted? How are our receivers doing? Not great. They haven't progressed like at all. We are going to start Sanders. It does look like Zion Johnson is hurt. Um, we are, you know what? Let's just go to generate lineup. So that way we compare Aziz Ojolari's with Jared Verse. Hopefully he develops a little bit. Um, where is, oh, looks like he's hurt as well. Both of our safeties. That's great. Okay. Well, it does look like this is what we're going to be running. I do know that I want that changed and that changed. Okay. So this is what we'll be running for the first season. Obviously, the first season is probably going to be a throwaway. Um, and yeah, hopefully we end up with the number one overall pick. You know, get our quarterback of the future solidified. Okay, so here we are at the end of the season. We might as well check our league history. Oh my goodness, the Eagles barely outlasted the Chargers. 1 point victory with Jalen Hurts being the Super Bowl MVP, Josh Allen being the league MVP. Sean Payton technically is the Broncos head coach, so coach of the year. Offensive player of the year goes to Keenan Allen on Buffalo. Alex Highsmith wins defensive player of the year. Shante Genti, and then Jalen Walker. Those are rookies of this last season. Um, we do okay. It doesn't look like we have any staff to fill. So yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys for free agency if we sign anybody. Okay, so we can kind of just go over the free agency recap. I don't know why it's glitched out and I can't move tabs, but whatever. Stephon Diggs goes to Seattle. Joey Bosa ending up on the Raiders. Batonio ended up with Houston. You know, just a lot of these guys going places. He goes back. We did release like one major free agent, I guess, and that was where is he? Oh yeah, we did sign back Ronnie Hickman, which is good. I did want him to come back. Where is our right guard? Yeah, Tevin Jenkins. So we did not bring back Tevin Jenkins because he wasn't going to get much better, and he was asking for a lot and was not wanting to stay here. So he did hit free agency and went to the Packers, as you can see. Um, that's really the only guy that we lost, though. I guess we could check out how everybody has progressed. So Shador is up to a 73, it looks like. So we do have some decent progression. Why Cedric Tillman is all the way up here, I have no idea. Spencer Fano looks like he only went up a couple, but that's bound to be happening when they're only normal dev. What happened? Oh, I think we did release our left end. Yeah, I don't think we signed Aziz Ojolari. I think that is one of our other starters that we didn't manage to bring back. But for the draft, obviously we're targeting a quarterback. We need another pass rusher to pair alongside Jared Verse. Um, and then a right guard as well. Maybe a receiver will end up seeing how it ends up going. But yeah, I'll see you guys for the draft, I guess, huh? Okay, here we are for the draft, and as you can see, we did end up with the number 2 and number 9 picks, and 12. I'm not exactly sure why we have 3 first-round picks, but I can very much so check that if I go to rosters and I go to draft picks. We do have, oh, it's because this is still set the year prior, so we still have Jacksonville's pick. We can trade that back. Actually, that would mean yeah, okay. I'm gonna trade that back to them for like a seventh rounder or something. Um, Jacksonville. Here we go. Yeah. And they don't have a seventh rounder. That's great. Let's just go next year then. Okay. So there they can have that back. They can have their pick back. And then I'm pretty sure Dante Moore's supposed to be the number one quarterback off the board. Yes. So we do end up with Arch Manning, which is very good for us. But the thing is, do we try and take Lenore Sellers over Arch Manning? because they both have round one talents, and the North is much more of a scrambler type quarterback as compared to Arch Manning, who's a more pocket passer. QB. I have no idea because we could trade down and acquire more picks. Like, I'm sure Arizona would be willing to pay a premium to come up and draft their quarterback of the future, even though they're down at 20. Or even Minnesota could snag their QB of the future. But the thing is that I'd want someone like Jeremiah Smith. So I think honestly we might just make our selection here. Okay, so we are going to take Arch Manning as our quarterback of the future. He's ranked 10, and then obviously he has hidden dev. And then we'll skip ahead to our pick at 12. And then this pick, we might. Ooh, there's a lot of quarterbacks that we have scouted, obviously. We could go left end, try to take a flyer on some of these guys. We could go corner, although the one corner that we have scouted is not great. We could go interior offensive line as well. Honestly, if we trade down, we might be able to get a lot more picks and a lot more use out of this. No, it's two first round picks, but again, two first round picks, but nothing this year. Nothing this year. We trade down to 32 and acquire an extra first. I mean, that's it. I feel like Arizona would be like the best place to trade down because then they could come up and make their selection of a quarterback, which would probably be Lenore Sellers at this point. Um, yeah. So we could take, who could we take from them? We could take pick or player, really. No, I'd have to move him over to right. Um, we could take Jordan Birch to try and pair, so that way we don't have to reach as hard. Or we could take Will Johnson, even. What about this? Okay, so obviously, I mean, we can try Will Johnson. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Um, what about, yeah, they don't really have another corner that I'm interested in. What if we, obviously they're not going to accept this package, but if we can just whittle it down, am I going to get a second out of this? No. Okay. So what if we try next year second? Almost there. Okay. What if I try two thirds instead? Hmm. What about a future third? An even future third? Okay. What if we go 3-4 from this year? Okay. So we're gonna end up picking up an extra third and fourth rounder from this year. And the way I'm gonna do this is, yeah, they took Lenore Sellers. Is we're gonna draft in the first three rounds, and then we're gonna let the CPU take over from there. Okay. So we could try and go after an edge. Obviously, probably their physicals would be more beneficial. He looks really good. He has elites like across the board. So we could go. He's a little older. Well, I mean, look at all those elites, dude. He has poor strength, but I mean, I feel like we have to go edge, right? We have to pair somebody with Jared Verse eventually. Might as well be here. 59th, that's a bit of a reach. He does have hidden dev though, so that's a good thing, but Would have liked a little bit better value. Okay. So we do have a top of the second round selection again. We'll probably end up going offensive line here. There's not a whole lot of right guards. And we do. Who do we go here? Well, strength matters a lot in offensive linemen, so okay, nothing really good there. Nothing all that great there. We could try and go with the center who has a great strength. Great strength, great jumping, great change of direction. He looks decent. We could try. I mean, he doesn't look bad. So 119th. I mean, he's a hidden dev, but again, not great value, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Okay, we have two selections here in the third round that we're going to make. What are they going to be, though? We could try and take a backup tight end, but, kind of in the third round, I feel like it's a little. He has a lot of A's. Why don't we take a look at this guy? Um, his combine wasn't great. And, ain't catching traffic, ain't catching spec catches an A. His awareness is pretty high. Everything else is C to F, though. I mean, is he worth a third round pick, though? He had a decent combine showing. Not really much of a pass blocker, but he can catch, which is good. I feel like we can put off tight end, backup tight end, if anything. Um, it's just like, who do we go with here? We need a corner, so we could look at these guys. Um, boom. What about? He had decent combine showing, decent stats. What about this guy? Good combine. His stats aren't as good, but I mean, he had a good combine. Okay, what about this guy? We do run a zone, so he had a decent combine as well. His stats are maybe below average, but a lot of what is shown is like, who do we who do we go with, bro? There's a couple A rated or first round rated stuff. Let me look through. Let me see what I find. So I think we're gonna end up going with the safety. He did have a round 1 to 2 grade on him, but obviously he's fallen, so he's not gonna be that high overall. I do think he'll be um star factor at least. He has decent speed on him. He's 6'1". We're gonna move him down the corner, so he'll play corner for us. But yeah, I think this is who we're gonna go with. Again, not great value, but he's got head and dev, so how much can you really complain? Okay, and then we have another third down selection who we could take tight end with, or like we got our corner. I feel like we should take tight end because all of the tight ends that were like had fallen are now gone. So we could try one of these guys, but like he had a bunch of A's, but then a bunch of like F's essentially. This guy's like the exact opposite. I honestly think we're just gonna go with a guy with a bunch of A's that we can see for tight end. So not great value, hidden dev, like okay. We're just gonna skip to the end of the draft and have the CPU draft for us. And we are going to see how they do. Okay. So, okay. So here we are. CPU finished drafting for us. Let's see how they did. Let's see how we did. 76, 72, 70. We have to move. Bruce over to right guard, like right off the bat. So he probably maybe will go up, hopefully. Um, okay. So yeah, he does go up to 72. We have to move him down into the corner spot. So we'll see how that ends up affecting him. Why does he look like the Gene, bro? He stays the same. Okay. So we did get a fourth round corner that's a 72 rated. He doesn't have any developmental factors. So I mean, the CPU did not do bad. They got us a running back that's going to be capable of being a backup. I mean, the CPU didn't do bad by any means. Um, let's see here. So, oh goodness, they did have Jeremiah Smith as the highest overall at an 85. Dang, dude, that's insane. 85, and then a third round running back was up there as well. A fourth round defensive tackle. Yeah, I mean, we did decent. Lenore Sellers was up here too, so maybe we could have gotten him. He would have been like a better value pick. But I mean, I like the team. I like where it's at. We can adjust our lineup, see how it's looking. Yeah. So we will start the rookie over here. Cedric Tillman is not going to be up there on the depth chart. And then we do have to figure out what we're going to do here. We're going to play him. Isn't he supposed to be a left? Yeah, okay. I'll reorganize the depth chart and make sure he starts opposite of Jared Verse. And then obviously this rookie will get more playing time at CB3. Um, yeah, as you can see, we have negative cap space, more than likely due to the dead cap of trading away Myles Garrett. But what can you do about it? Okay, so I was making some cuts, and we are going to trade away three of our people to the Raiders, including Cedric Tillman, for an extra third and fourth rounder this year. That gets us a good bit under. And we do need to take or sign some defensive tackles to play with us. We can sign like him, and then we can just bring back this guy because it looks like he's wearing Brown's uniform. So we do need a backup left guard as well, technically. So we might as well sign one. He fits the scheme, so why not? Okay, so now that these guys are all signed, we can get them onto the roster where they are going to play. I also found out that we got a developmental factor receiver drafted by the CPU later in the rounds, which is nice. Why is he there? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is how we are going to run it. He's gonna go there. Mike Hall's injured, but he'll come back and he'll start for us. And then our rookie corner is going to be up here. Aleem McNeil Warren is going to start for us at free safety. Denzel Boston's going to start over there. We're going to have Isaiah Bond back him up. And I will have to change it. So uh, he's a rookie starting here at the rush end instead of McGuire. But other than that, I think I'll see you guys midway through the season. Okay, here we are halfway through the season finally, and we are just gonna auto-generate a class just because I don't like doing classes that are like 2 or more years out. We're gonna set our focus for what do we need this year? Probably tackles, huh? Um, yeah, we'll do tackles. That's fine. Okay, so we are gonna have to renegotiate with some people, but we are 2-4. Obviously nobody up here on the stats, but we're 2-4, which is an improvement from what we were last year at this point, being 0-7. Two wins come against Vegas and Pittsburgh. Oh, we only put up 7 points of offense. And we lost in a shootout against the Bengals there. So, I mean, we should be able to win a couple games. We won't have a top tier pick more than likely. We'll probably have somewhere in the mid rounds. but that's fine. Arch Manning isn't doing as good as I wanted to. Maybe we change this offense because we just don't have as good of a quarterback yet. Go a little bit more run heavy, give more attempts to our running backs. Our receivers are doing fine up till this point. How is our offensive line? Fondo's giving up 6 sacks, which is a bit more than you would like at this point in the season. But what can you really do? Dude, where's Jared Verse? He's non-existent. Okay, so maybe we do switch up our offensive playbook. Um, who could we go though? Um, you know what? Oh, when did we hire D'Amico Ryans? When did I become D'Amico Ryans? I have no idea. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're gonna go a bit more run heavy now, and we're gonna go with Harbaugh. I don't understand why he's not generating pressure if it's D'Amico Ryans, but I guess whatever. We are gonna stay with the zone run, I believe, since we have a quarterback that actually likes to pass the ball instead of scramble. Who do we need to negotiate with? Ooh, we have two big time free agents. We need to bring back our punter. He's fine to walk. He's fine to walk. He's fine to walk. He's fine to walk. Oh, we finally get off that Deshaun Watson contract, which is nice. Well, we might bring him back. We might bring him back. Bring him back. We will probably let him walk. We might bring him back. Bring him back, and then we'll bring these two guys back. Hopefully, hopefully we can bring this guy back like right now. We'll have to up the offer a bit. Perfect. Grant Delpit's gonna resign. Hopefully there's some bigger free agents. Oh, a 3-year deal? I don't know about a 3-year deal, but fine. Okay, so we'll have to try again next week with him. Hopefully there's some big time free agents this next year that we can snag. I mean, I'm just gonna offer it straight up. If he doesn't want it, then he doesn't want it. It's not necessary to bring back. But yeah, we have a lot of money, so hopefully we can actually put it towards somebody. But if not, we're just gonna have to accept it for what it is. Maybe throw out a couple 1-year deals and then just ride it like that, I suppose. He's a bit expensive for being a backup, but we got him first try, so whatever. Um, yeah, I guess at this point I'll just re-sign a couple guys, and then I'll see you guys for the end of the season. Okay, here we are at the end of the season. We actually had a big improvement, winning 7 games. We can see how that happened with us beating the Titans, getting smoked out by the Ravens. Oh, how did we lose against the Saints? Taking 4 straight L's. Oh gosh. And then we come back, win against the Steelers, lose against the Bucks, beat the Dolphins, beat the Panthers, lose against the Jaguars, and then beat the Texans, which apparently is DeMeco Ryan's old team since for some reason we have him. Um, we ended up as Tennessee. It's not exactly the first team out. Bryce Young is up there. That's odd. Arch Manning 4,000 yards in his rookie season. Not bad, not bad. Quinshon Junkins, dude, what is happening with Junkins? Oh gosh. Okay. Jerry Judy led us in receiving yards. It looks like with 1,000. Like what is going on here? He must have been hurt for a portion of the season. 2,000-yard receivers in Jerry Judy and Denzel Boston. And then, dude, what happened to Casey Conception? Dude, Denzel Boston leading us to touchdowns as well. Titus Howard. I mean, we only let up 4 sacks the second half of the season, so that's a pretty big improvement, which is nice. Dude, Owusu Karamora, 160 tackles by himself, just about, or not by himself, but dude, Jared Verse is not progressing like I wanted him to. Saka with only 4 sacks his rookie season, not great. Denzel Ward with 5 interceptions. We might have had some progression, so we might as well check out our lineup. Oh man, we did. Oh yeah, Casey Conception is hurt, but it looked like he was doing well at least. Arch Manning ends up being only a star. Denzel Boston being a star. Harold Fanny went up. Dude, Fano went up, which is nice. I have no idea how offensive linemen improved, but whatever. Um, Ihri Saka, our rookie from this year, is improving, so that's better. Hopefully, he can turn into a star alongside Jared Verse. But other than that, I think Denzel Ward lost his superstar, didn't he? He had superstar, right? I guess we can look at the playoff bracket this year. Chargers get the 1 seed. Seattle gets the 1 seed on this side. Dude, the Rams haven't really done anything with Garrett yet, huh? So, I mean, I guess I'll just see you guys in the off season, and then we can go over what ended up happening this last season. Okay, here we are, end of the season. We can look at the playoff picture. The Raiders ended up moving on, and then Chiefs, Bengals, Lions. Obviously, they ended up in the Super Bowl. The Eagles went out. The defending champions went out for sure, and then Rams went out against the Lions. But looks like it was the Chargers and the Lions, and the Chargers ended up winning. Dang. Hmm. We can go to league history. Khalil Mack, MVP. He probably goes out on top. He'll probably retire this year. Joe Burrow, NFL MVP. Mac McDonald, Coach of the Year. Jamar Chase, OPOY. Michael Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Jeremiah Smith on the Panthers. I knew we should have gotten him. And then Dylan Stewart on the Jets wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Here we are. Uh, in the off season. Why is it glitched with this? Let me see. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Okay, so I got it working again. Not a whole lot of talent. Maybe we sign Nolan Smith or like a Joey Bosa. We're not gonna go with a quarterback. We've probably found our QB of the future. Maybe, hopefully, with our training. I don't really need receiver. Maybe a backup tight end, depending on how the other guy has developed. He's a 74. He's coming along. There's not a whole lot of improvement that can be made with talent. Spencer Fano's coming along. Um, Maybe a new right tackle. I mean, I feel like we can target like a Kayvon Thibodeau or Nolan Smith. Maybe even somebody like Joey Bosa. We have a good Sam linebacker. Maybe like a backup. Maybe like a Drew Sanders would be nice, just in case he were to ever get hurt. He does have interest in coming here, so we can probably lower this offer a little bit. Um, yeah, that's fine. 3-star offer. Okay. There's not a whole lot of talent to choose from. We do need a long snapper, oddly enough. I guess we can just sign him on like a 1-year deal. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you want. Okay. So who should we go after in terms of edges? We could go after like a Joey Bosa or like, let's see. If we give Nolan Smith a 4-year deal, obviously we're gonna have to up it a little bit since he doesn't want to come to Cleveland at all, but we can just throw a bag at him and hey, I mean Nolan, we're in the lead for Nolan Smith as of right now, so we might as well see where that ends up taking us. Hopefully he just accepts. And he did accept an offer. Doesn't look like we're gonna get Drew Sanders though. Hopefully he accepted ours. Oh my gosh, we were the top offer. Why did he go to New Orleans? And then Joey Bosa's already accepted an offer. Yeah, Kevin Thibodeau hasn't. So maybe, I mean, at that point, is it even worth it? I honestly don't think it's worth it if we sign Kevin Thibodeau. Are we really only going to come away with a backup linebacker who probably won't even beat Drew Sanders because he's very obviously going to sign somewhere else? It's just how the game works. And then a freaking long snapper. Oh, we did get Drew Sanders. Nice. And we did get our long snapper at least. Um, Dude, like, there's not a whole lot of talent in free agency. Maybe like Keaton Mitchell. No, I mean we have good running backs. I mean, honestly, I'll probably just see you guys for the draft. There's not a whole lot of free agents that we can sign. Okay, so here we are for the draft. We do have the 11th overall pick, so we're just gonna skip right ahead to it. Um, why did the Jets go quarterback again? And the Panthers, why did they go quarterback? That's strange. Whatever, I guess though. Okay, so we have our pick here. Honestly, we scouted tackles for a reason. We might go strong safety. We might go tackle. Like, Low key, this guy, Vinny Slater, I've been looking at, looks like the best. He has elite strength, which is usually a good teller. Or we could go with this strong safety who actually looks pretty good as well. I mean, he has three elites, great, good, decent. Honestly, why don't we? The Jets have another pick here, so we could try and trade up with them. Nope, Jets for their 12th overall selection. We could trade up and we could offer our tackle. They do not want that. Jesus. Okay. We do have an extra free safety. Oh, do we really though? I mean, if we're going to get a strong safety, we could trade away Grant Delpit, who's kind of older. So what would they think about that? They'd still need more? Okay, then what about a second from next year as well? They still want more? Okay, how about a first then? And we take away these seconds. Okay, that's better. Jesus, that costs way too much to move up. Okay, so we're gonna take this strong safety here. I'm sold on him. Second? Okay, I wasn't that sold on him. Jesus. I thought we were just gonna draft and have to use one of our other safeties as a replacement. And Loki, I do really like this tackle. So I'm just not gonna risk it and take him. Wealth? Okay. Oh, but he's only normal depth. That kind of sucks. Frick, whatever. I did check out the corners as well because he's just not developing fast enough for my liking. And oh gosh, dang it, the guy I liked they already took. Where did he go? I don't see anybody who took a corner. He must have gone in the first round then, right? I'm not crazy. I was on corners, right? Yeah. What? Man, he already went? That's insane. He had like a third, fourth round grade on him and he already got drafted. Okay. Well then I guess we're gonna have to pivot. Uh who do we go here? I mean, there's some decent receivers, is what it looks like. Tight ends on the board. Um, maybe we do. Nope, maybe we don't. Maybe we go guard and we move him to center for when we inevitably have to replace our center guy. Honestly, that might be what we have to do. I mean, that's like probably our biggest position of need, so we can just get it out of the way now. 57th. He has hidden dev. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we do have our third round pick. We actually have two third round picks, so I'll make those selection as well. There's still a quarterback, defensive tackle. We do need some defensive tackle depth, so we might as well look at them. Go over here to strength. And then where are these guys expected to go? Day three? We could just go with this guy. He's expected as a day three talent. Um, that's kind of all he has though, low key. Are they still sorted? No, they're not. So go back to strength. This guy honestly probably looks the second best. I mean, he looks all right. He looks better than the other guy at least. Gonna have to keep going back. That speed. And then this guy. I mean, none of them really look that fantastic. I mean, what do we even take here? Don't need a quarterback. Don't really need running back. Maybe receiving depth. I mean, who is the fastest, essentially? 4-3-1, day three prospects. 4-4-5. I mean, he looks all right. F catching traffic is not great though for a 6'3" guy. You know what? Honestly, I think we're just gonna leave it up to the CPU and let them draft this. So
might as well just leave it up to them. They've been doing all right so far. Um, that's so unfortunate. I really wanted that corner, dude. Frick. Honestly, we might just go trade for him out of the blocks. Let's see. Where did he go? He had to be. Dude, what is this run on? Three quarterbacks back to back to back, and then like five defensive tackles. Which one was he? I don't think it was any of those. No, no. This guy. He went to frickin'. Are you serious? They have like, I don't think they're gonna have like any cap space. Oh goodness. Okay. Yeah, hidden dev. We're gonna go ahead and try. Yeah, they don't have any freaking cap space. If I offer like a second, they're not gonna be able to make that trade. Gosh dang it. Okay, well we might as well look and see. Oh, so we're tied for the first with him. That's nice. Okay, we'll have to look at our overall draft class now. They ended up being decent. We'll have to move this guy over to center. So let's see how he fares there. He goes down to single overall, which is fine. That's manageable. He'll be the backup anyways. Um, Decent defensive tackle, decent wide receiver, decent running back again. Yeah, I mean overall not a bad draft class by any means. I'm going to try and snag that corner that I wanted off of Detroit, but honestly, the chances of that happening are none because we have no draft cap or they have no salary cap available to them. Oh my gosh. Freaking Dak Prescott, dude. Dude, like literally half the cap is going to like three guys. 16 million. Or Sean Gary's getting paid that much. Quentin Williams. Dude, why is he getting paid that much? I really want this guy. Caleb Downs. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to snag him, which is annoying. We could try and trade. Nope. Yeah, it's not happening. That's so unfortunate. Okay. Well, let's get our lineup situated. Confirm. Okay. Denzel Boston has actually improved quite a bit. I'm so unfortunate that our tackle, after we just got him up to freaking star, we have another tackle that's normal depth. That's great. Oh, he's actually hidden depth. And then we are gonna start Mike Hall. Oh, he's actually hidden depth too. Wheeler and Gomez, huh? Okay. So, what do we even do here? Probably just leave it as is. Okay, specialist. Yeah, he'll be our slot. Have those guys there. Don't want him at gadget. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this seems mostly fine. So yeah, I'll just make trims and then I'll see you guys halfway through the season again. Okay, here we're halfway through the season. We are 2-4 again, which is not great. We would definitely want to be a little bit better than that. Again, just random draft class, scouting focus. I mean, we can have, what would it be this year? Maybe corners? Yeah, let's go corners. Okay, so you do have to negotiate with some guys, but we're gonna look at our schedule first. Lost against Pittsburgh, lost against Rams. Lost. Okay, with wins against 49ers is a good win. Lost against the Bears. We've had a decent schedule up to this point, so it's like not exactly unexpected that we're 2-4, but definitely would have hoped for better. I did sign a couple free agents since they were just sitting there. Offense doesn't look any different, obviously. Um, does look like Quinton Junkins is out again, which is just fantastic. I did sign Kevin Zeitler, and then I did sign Shamar Stewart as well. So we might let him take over from here on out. Uh, why aren't you starting? I wanted you to start. Oh, okay, great. So we might as well just let
McNeil, Warren start. Okay, so hopefully they pull it together. Stats. Just look at. Oh goodness gracious, it is not going very well, is it? Oh gosh. Zeitler has 5, so he's proven to be a good sack artist. What about defense? We could run like a Broncos defense. So why don't we try running a Broncos defense? What am I doing? It's over here. Team schemes. Okay. So we're gonna try running Denver defense. There they are. Which they run a 3-4, which is not great for us. What do we specialize in? The 46, right? Yeah. We're gonna try running their defense out of the 46. Hopefully we compete for a playoff spot. I'm thinking like hopefully 9 wins, but I guess we'll have to see. Okay, end of the season, we finished 8-9, which isn't awful. And obviously we had a better second half of the season with us getting a win with over the Steelers, Patriots, Seahawks, and then losing to the Bengals, Ravens, winning against the Bengals, Broncos, Jaguars, and then losing 3 straight. Dude, oh my God, if we could have won like any of these, we might have. Dude, we just went 0-3 against the AFC West. Oh gosh. Let's see. We're 8-9. We're at bottom of the division. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, if we could have beat the Raiders, dude, that's the team that we had the best chance of beating. Denzel Ward's up there for interceptions. Arch Manning with a bit of a regression in terms of yards. But hey, Quinton Jenkins finally 1,000 yard season. Jeez, only 9 touchdowns though. Jerry Jeudy with 1,000 yard season. Casey Conception, Denzel Boston finally rounding into form is what it looks like. A little low on the touchdown department though. Spencer Fonda with 15 sacks given up. Jeez. Our sacks number. Jared Verse with 13. Zeitler with 10. That's pretty good. Mason Graham. Okay, I'm not too mad at that. And then obviously we had Denzel Ward up there for interceptions. So yeah, I mean, I guess this next year we'll finally be ready to compete for like deep playoff runs. Probably not a Super Bowl, but deep playoff runs. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll see you for free agency and the draft. Okay, here we are in free agency. We managed to bring back a lot of key pending free agents, but look at this free agent class. Okay, Gonzo is there. Now, do I think we'll be able to snag him? Absolutely not. But are we going to put in an offer regardless? Yes. Are we going to need to overpay like crazy in order to snag him? Yes. He does not want to come here. So we are up there. What else do we need? We don't really need running back. Quinton Judkins is finally starting to round into form. We did bring back Jerry Jeudy on a 2-year deal. We do need to. No, we don't really need a backup tight end. That tackle's finally rounding in. Zion Johnson was our big free agent uh, that we did let go because he did not want to come back. So, what are you supposed to do? I do think that we're gonna try and sign this guy like on a 1-year deal. Chris Paul. Um, Tyler Biadasz is in free agency, which means the Chargers let him go. There's a young guy. No. Who else is in here? We could try and sign Deron Payne as kind of like a Kevin Zeitler replacement. Holy crap, he wants a bag though. On a 1-year deal, I suppose isn't gonna hurt us too much, I guess. Unless you want to sign somebody else. Oh, Daniel Hunter. We do want to sign him. Harold Landry's gone up to a superstar factor. Okay, we can try and get Daniel Hunter on like a 1-year deal. Um, hopefully he takes it. Hopefully we can afford it. Um, Junior Colson's gone up to an 82. That's kind of insane. Devin Bush is back in free agency. Honestly, those might be like the only guys that we want out of free agency. I do have to show you our league. Nope, not transaction. Those are all the guys we signed. Um, but it does look like the Chiefs won again with Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, league MVP, Mike Vrabel, coach of the year, Christian Watson, player of the year, offensive player of the year. I mean, uh, the defensive behind Allen, won defensive player of the year. Joey Miller won offensive rookie of the year, their quarterback, and then whoever that is won defensive rookie of the year. Okay, hopefully we get Gonzo. Okay, that's the guy we really want. Daniel Hunter's kind of a luxury. Gonzo, hopefully he get him. Probably not going to, but okay, they all decided, and we only got Chris Paul. Oh my God, of course we did. Gonzo goes to the Jets, and he goes to Tennessee, bro. I guess we can put in an offer for Deron Payne now on a 1 year deal. Christian McCaffrey, we don't need. The Dolphins are up that high, bro. Oh my God. I guess we can offer him a little bit more. It is just a 1 year deal, so it'll come off our books next year, which is fine. He still wants a more than that. I'm not offering him a 2 year deal, dude. Okay, what about this? Oh my God. Okay. We could go after somebody like DJ Reed. He is a little bit older though. Um, Again, we just didn't get like a top end talent that we wanted, which is super unfortunate. um, we could go after someone like Junior Colson and move to a 3-4 front, like we're supposed to be. 3 year deal, which is fine. Um, oh my God, I can't stop throwing money at this. We might as well, right? 12 and a half, and then 12 on a 1 year deal. Come on, Deron Payne. Okay, we're up there now. And they both decided one way or another. And we got Junior Colson. We didn't get Deron Payne. Dude, what is up with my luck? Oh my gosh. Deron Payne decides on Miami. That is great. I guess we could look at the corners again. I mean, I feel like we have Tyson Campbell, which is fine. Yeah, we're it was either Gonzo or nothing at this point, bro. Is what it feels like. Some interesting signings, to say the very least. Romeo Dobbs back in free agency. Tackle. We could try and upgrade on Vinny Slater. If we go like a 1 year deal with Brian O'Neill, man, because he does not want to come here like at all. So why don't we up this? Again, it's a 1 year deal. It'll come off our books, so I'm not too upset with overpaying. Hopefully that gets us. Oh, dude, what? How does that not get us higher? Okay, $14 million and I guess $11 million here. Get us into the green, bro. Are you serious? How much am I gonna have to overpay? Okay, $15 million. All right, $15 million and 11 million over 1 year. Okay, we're in the green. Finally. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so we're targeting Evan Neal. Come on, Evan Neal. And he still hasn't decided. That's great. Okay, going on to next week then. Okay, next week is here. And Evan Neal still hasn't decided. And he has decided. And he, are you serious? Bro, what is my luck? Are you serious, dude? We had the top offer. What do you mean you're not gonna come here? Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess we're not gonna get him then. Jesus. But whatever. I mean, how's this defense not performing better, bro? Like, we have a good defense, and this guy's already a superstar.
Denzel Ward's an X Factor now. Like Mason Graham's a superstar at this point. This guy's a superstar. How? He's a superstar. How is his team not performing better? Okay, we're. I guess we're just gonna start the draft because we. I mean, who does want to come to Cleveland? Like, it's at least an accurate representation, I suppose. Okay, what do we need? We need to scout a guard. So this guy. We need to scout. Honestly, we might just go for like a top tier corner or something, dude. We're gonna need a new will backer here soon, probably, to replace Owusu Karamura. He's getting a little bit older, but like not by much. We might honestly try to put a trade package together to go up and snag a top corner. It's probably not gonna be somebody like Gonzo or PS2, but might as well. Okay, so he does appear to be a top five talent. We do not have a first round pick this year. Why don't we have a first round pick? I traded it away. That is right. Frick. Okay, we are probably going to try to move up. If he's still there at like 10, then I'm going to try and move up to select him. Dude, this is going to go so freaking slow. Okay, so we got a deal done here. We're going to trade away Chris Paul, the left guard that we just signed. We can take the cap penalty, whatever. And we are going to move up and select this left guard because he's supposed to be a top five talent. And he is. He's ranked number three, hidden dev. Thank goodness gracious. Do we really need anybody else? We got our left guard that we really wanted. So, do we really need somebody else? Anybody else? That corner doesn't look too great. So honestly, I might look at what corner options are available so that we can potentially try and trade for one of them. Maybe somebody like Sauce Gardner or even Cooper DeJean would be nice. Although I highly doubt that they can't even afford to get rid of him. So what if we go after somebody like AJ Terrell, who's a little older, Jalen Johnson, maybe even. Let's try AJ Terrell first. Um, let's just give up. our entire draft class. Okay, they still want more, and I would be willing to pay more. I'd give up a first round pick 2 years down the line. Okay, nope. What about next year's first round pick? Okay, easy enough. We got AJ Terrell. Um, okay. So obviously we're just gonna sim to it. We are a little short on capital next year now. We don't have a first or second rounder, so gonna kind of rely on gonna kind of rely on free agency more than likely, if not winning it all. Do get a seventh round quarterback. I have no idea why, but he ends up being an 82. Freaking amazing. He was only the third ranked player too. This must have been kind of a stacked class. Um, 85 strong safety runs. Okay, yeah, USC runs more. That's cheating. A tight end. I don't think I've ever seen a tight end be that high. Two tight ends that high. Dang. Okay, what was going on with the tight ends in this class? Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just see you halfway through the season again. Hopefully this time we're in the playoffs, bro. Okay, here we are, halfway through the season, and finally we have a positive record. Um, we start off beating the Steelers, losing to the Bengals, win against some bad teams. We lost against the Jets, 7-10. Dude, what? 7-10? Really? Oh my gosh. Auto generator class, and then we can do Scout National Focus. What do we make it this year, dude? Oh, goodness gracious. I feel like we're pretty set, honestly. Like, maybe Edge again, just in case this guy doesn't end up developing this season. I feel like we're gonna have to give up on him if he doesn't. Um, who do we need to renegotiate with? Oh, Mason Graham. Okay, so it's this draft class. That's great. We're gonna have to negotiate with a lot of people. Lovely. Just lovely. Okay, so how have we progressed? That is a question. Manning's a 90, although he is normal dev. Quinton Jenkins a 91, normal dev. I mean, everybody's just a normal, a normal dev. This guy still hasn't unlocked somehow. Vega. Oh, that's a strong safety. He's over there. Is that his 64th tight end? Oh my gosh. Okay. We did sign Zealer and Christian Gonzalez. I have no idea where he went, but he is technically supposed to be on the roster from free agency. Um, AJ Terrell is on the roster now. And then we did move to a 3-4 lineup so that hopefully it helps and it looks like it is. Arch Manning isn't doing great in terms of passing yards. Offense isn't doing great. So maybe we do switch to like a Bengals offense because Christian Jenkins is not doing a whole lot. Nothing right now. Harold Fannin leads us in receiving yards. How are we 4-2, bro? This team is not doing great statistically. Just a bunch of receivers like right around the same averages. Our sack numbers are pretty low, which is good. Um, we're not getting to the quarterback a whole lot, which is not good. So maybe we do change for a more Bengals style offense again. Um, there we go. And then we run. What do they run technically? Multiple zone run. Oh, okay, perfect. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna spend my time negotiating with people and then simming to the end of the season, and hopefully we make the playoffs. Okay, so we have moved on from Shador Sanders as our backup quarterback. We send him to the Rams. Hopefully he can get some reps over there. But we are getting a backup receiver who is hidden dev and a fifth round pick. Hopefully we probably honestly will move on from Isaiah Bond since this guy is a hidden dev receiver. We'll see if they nobody really wants him. So I will trade him away manually to a team that just needs a backup, like the Chiefs. Sure. Will they be able to afford this? Yeah,
This should be fine. What about just a fourth? Okay, what about a fifth and a seventh? That's not a seventh. Um, okay. Boom. Now we moved on from Isaiah Bond. Okay. So Dylan Gabriel doesn't inspire the most confidence as a backup, but we're gonna roll with him as our backup anyways. I also found out that Vega is not our backup safety or a safety playing backup tight end. He is honestly just a straight up superstar tight end that came out of nowhere. Um, I have no idea, but whatever, I guess. um, yeah. Now all that's left is really to sim to the playoffs, and hopefully we make it. Okay, so as you can see, we actually made the freaking playoffs. You can see we won our last two games against Cowboys and the Giants. Team schedule. Lost against the Jets. So we lost against the Steelers and then the Bills, but we won against the Commanders, Broncos, Patriots, Ravens, Bengals. Bengals, Ravens. We lost, and then we won against the Eagles again. We actually shut out the Patriots, which is nice. And then obviously we won our last two against Cowboys, Giants. Views playoff record for the first time forever. That's a weird playoffs, but whatever. Raiders with the number one seed on our side. Let's see if we got any upgrades. Oh, Arch Manning actually got an upgrade. That's massive. And dude, our left guard ended up being a superstar. That's awesome. It does look like Spencer Fano's going to be out for 3 more weeks. It's just not great. And honestly, Jerry Judy might be our worst receiver now. Um, Anybody else? Not really. But I mean, we made the freaking playoffs, so does it really matter? Does look like I am gonna start my Call of DT2 now. I still don't want Harold Fanning Jr. up there, but whatever. Keeps going up there. Um, yeah, I guess we can just look at our stats now. Obviously second in the league. We only got 26 passing touchdowns, so fifth in offensive yards, 17th in defensive yards. Quentin Junkins not 1,000 yards, but we weren't expecting it. Third in points scored. Denzel Boston was over 1,000, and then eighth in points allowed. Nice. So 26 and 8. That's all right. We need more touchdowns out of him though. 17 touchdowns out of Quentin Junkins. Denzel Boston, Jerry Judy with 1,000 yards, and then Casey is almost there. Harold Fanning Jr. also a good year for a tight end. Um, Alan Jenkins really led up the most, and then Vinny Slater. Yeah, that was expected. Really, kind of a high sack year, but whatever. Um, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted sacks. 8.5 out of Jared Burr. 6.5. Dude, we might need like an elite pass rusher, which is weird to say because now we don't have Myles Garrett. 6 interceptions out of Denzel Ward again. One of the top pick artists in the league. Yeah, he's second this year. And then second, Arch Manning and yards. Dude, Cincinnati has Tyreek Hill now? What? That's insane. Who allowed that? Okay, so we have the Colts here. I guess there's nothing left to do but just get into this game, huh? Okay, actually, do we want to kind of watch it? Um, do. Okay. Um, okay. Okay, so we're just gonna sim past this. Hopefully we win. Fingers crossed. Come on. Oh my God. Okay, we actually won. Let's go. We did get an injury though, which is unfortunate. Stefano's out. Christian Jenkins is out, and so is Jenkins. That's not great. Two of our starting offensive linemen are out for the playoffs. At least we drafted that rookie who should be able to take over. Yes, nice. He's already an 80. Oh, goodness gracious, though. Okay. I mean, I guess there's nothing left to do. Just to sim past this one as well against the Broncos. The Bengals ended up winning against the Steelers. Dude, all the upsets happened on the left. And then, yeah, dude, almost all the upsets happened. The Cardinals were the only one that were the higher seed and won and advanced. Okay, I don't think we'll beat the Broncos, but mm, dude, screw it. No chance, dude. We're actually winning games. And we have another injury. Michael McNewarn. That's not great. But at least we have a backup for him, just like Christian Jenkins. He's week to week. Do we need Spencer Fano back? Uh, and just to prove to you guys that I'm not like actually, yeah, it should be here, right? All we have to do is go postseason. Yeah, dude, I can't believe we're winning these one score games. And now we have the Raiders. Who do they have? Um, Fernando Mendoza starting, or did they end up with somebody else? No, they have Fernando Mendoza. Dude, he actually developed. He's a normal dev, and he's still gone to an 88 overall. Really? That's insane. Okay. Well, might as well just sim. And did we? No, I don't think we won. Oh, dude, we actually won 23 to 15. Are you serious? How are we Super Bowl right now? What? What? Oh my God. Okay, Joe Burrow wins MVP. Actually, let's look at these. Whoever this is won was second for the Colts. CJ Stroud was up there. Fernando Mendoza. Arch Manning was up there. I'm surprised he wasn't higher. Liam Cohen's coaching the Raiders at this point. Um, Tyreek Hill, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. Oh, there's a Charger up there. Deion Henley. Dude, what in the world? No, not best kicker. It does look like from this, it looks like King of the Hill, sack attack. Myles Garrett might have won another defensive player of the year. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're in the big game finally. Who's out for this game for us? McNeil, Junkins, and then Jenkins, who we all have backups on, so they're not as good as the starters, obviously, but we can survive those. Matthew Golden's out. Their starting left tackle might be out, and the starting Mike might be out. Let's why don't we just take a look at this lineup that we're gonna be facing in the Packers? Hopefully win. Oh my gosh, dude. He's up to a 94 with a 99 morale boost, bro. X Factor. Josh Jacobs is up there. They actually have a good backup in Nate Frazier too. Looks like the receivers has finally started to develop with Golden being out, of course, due to injury. Kraft is there. It was their backup that's hurt. Their offensive line, honestly, is not great. Tom is the only one that's decent. They signed Kayvon Thibodeau and they have Van Ness. And then obviously they have Parsons as well. Starting defensive tackles out. Looks like they don't have anybody. Backup Mike is out, which is unfortunate for us. Adrian Cooper developed into an X Factor, bro. What? Corners aren't great. Strong safety, obviously with high Clinton Dix. They have a superstar backup, superstar X Factor backup, freaking strong safety, dude. What? He might be someone we target if we have to go into the year. Um. Okay. Well, we're gonna watch this one, dude. I can't believe we made. I did not think that we were gonna make it to the Super Bowl this year. But I mean, whatever. Um. Okay. Let's skip this, and then we are going to just watch. Let's go to the end of the game. Okay. So, first quarter, no scores. We're up three. Okay, we're up three at half. We're up six. Dude, is this seriously? We're up nine. We're up. That's gotta be the most boring Super Bowl ever. Four field goals, dude, but we won 12 to 0. Holy crap. Dude, defense came to ball out and shut them down. Holy crap, bro. I still don't know how we ended up as the Miko Ryans. I'm not gonna question it because he led us to a Super Bowl. Hey man, friggin' Arch Manning was our quarterback during this run, and I guess that superstar factor really helped because it did not look like we were gonna do anywhere near this in the first half of the season, dude. Oh my gosh. And there's a presentation of the trophy. Oh my gosh, dude. Who's gonna frickin' win? Um, our Super Bowl MVP, bro. If it could be the kicker. He's the only one that scored points. Oh my god, 12 to nothing. 12 to nothing, dude. Okay, let's advance and then we can go over the history. Oh my gosh. Okay, recap. Joe Burrow MVP, Liam Cohen Coach of the Year, Tyreek Hill Offensive Player of the Year, Will Anderson Defensive Player of the Year, and Cowboys rookie, Colts rookie with Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Mason Graham won Super Bowl MVP for us, dude. With it being 12 to 0. I can't believe it was 12-0, bro. Oh my god. Let's look at this schedule and then go here. 42 rushing yards for us, 33 for them. Passing yards 125 to 134. Oh my gosh, dude. No interceptions thrown. We had Arch Manning fumble, and then they had somebody fumble. I mean, bro, this was just like real sad. They struggled containing us though, surprisingly. Yeah, Mason Graham with 2 sacks, which is why he won MVP. No interceptions, obviously. Dude, this is this is crazy. I can't believe we actually managed to win that. Oh my god. And as you can see, none of them were forced, and we are playing on all Madden. If I can show you guys. Yeah, there you go. I can't believe we won. But yeah, that's the Cleveland Browns rebound the post Myles Garrett trade. So